Hi everyone, this is Sumit K. Welcome, and today I'm going to cover a very exciting topic, Google Distributed Cloud, or in short GDC. So I will guide you through what exactly is GDC, how you can use GDC to extend your cloud infrastructure and services directly to your data center and or the edge. And why would you exactly need it? We will discuss specific situations such as regulatory compliance, network survivability, high bandwidth needs, and real time processing, where public cloud solutions are not sufficient, and we will see how GDC provide those necessaries on premises foundations. And we will also uncover some of the use case and architecture where we will uncover some GDC specific deployment flavors. For example, connected Airgapped and software. There is some new additions also added to GDC. It's called AI. We will explore it. We will also explore the topic like technology stack, modernization journey, and its critical role in enabling the AI at the edge of the customer, and that delivers the modern customer experience. Before we go further and talk about GDC, let's take a step back and talk about who is behind all this. Um, Google has been building and running some of the world's most demanding infrastructure for over 20 years. Every time you watch the YouTube videos or Google Map or Google any sort of Google services, it's running on this same network, right? So that's not something that was built overnight. It is the result of decades of engineering, open source investment, and very heavy investment in the security and the infrastructure. So, and the best part is when you use the GDC, you're not getting watered down version of that. You are getting that same world class foundation just delivered directly into your own environment. Um, Understanding the requirement of the public cloud. While Google Google Cloud offers a powerful infrastructure solution for many workloads, not all the workloads are ideally suited for the cloud environment, and may be benefited from the on-premises deployment due to the specific requirement, right? So first is regulatory compliance. So there are certain sectors, including government agencies, you can know U.S. Department of Defense, any government sector, and other highly regulated industries, for example, banking, finance. They must adhere to stringent data residency and security compliance, which mandate that this to use the on-premises deployment or the private deployment. Another reason is network survivability, which means there are some essential operations like McDonald's in-store systems needs on-premises deployment to ensure functionality during the internet outage. We showcase the importance of the local processing capabilities. Then there is something called bandwidth. Similarly, customer deploying bandwidth intensive application like security cameras, warehouse uh, at the warehouse or the retail location may benefit from the on-premises or the edge computing solution to reduce the cloud egress cost and improving the processing speed. Real-time processing application, for example, manufacturing sectors utilize the IoT device for the real-time monitoring and optimizations of production lines, which requires local processing to minimize the latency and facilitate immediate analysis. So these are the core factor where we do not need to have the public cloud. So what does a good hybrid cloud needs to be? You want to run anywhere. You keep the cost flexible. You will basically it let you modernize at your own pace. You make the AI and data accessible on premises, and keep you compliant always. And that's exactly what GDC deliver. We will talk about this. So, what exactly is the GDC or Google Distributed Cloud. So GDC brings Google Cloud to wherever you need it, in your own data center or at the edge. You can run the workload on the on-prem, on the edge, or maybe in the multiple cloud. So GDC comes in a few different flavors. Let me quickly walk you through each one. So first is GDC Connected, and that is for the organization that want Google Cloud services running locally, but still stay connected to the Google Cloud, and it's best of both worlds. We'll talk about this later. GDC Airgapped is suitable for the environment where data cannot leave. Strict sovereignty, residency, or compliance requirement has to be fully isolated. No external connections are needed, and that's it. And that's where we use the GDC air gap. GDC software is for the organization that wants Google software stack running on their own existing legacy hardware or inside their own data centers. And finally, we have the Gemini on the GDC Connected API. This is the newest edition, which I have talked about earlier. It is a ready-to-go solution that let you deploy Gemini AI models directly on your own Google hardware or Google certified hardware, which is connected to your local network, and no public clouds are required. We'll talk about this. So, whatever your situations, connected, isolated, or somewhere in between, there is a GDC option built for you. Now let's talk about managed edge infrastructure in GDC offering. So GDC is your fully managed solution for the edge infrastructure, so which extends the Google Cloud service facility directly to your own data center or the edge location. Um, don't be confused with the edge location. Edge location means maybe some stores, factories, like so. That's called the edge location. So GDC provides a complete managed infrastructure and optimized AI's workload. The hardware comes pre-configured with the latest generation of GPUs and CPUs, which are tailored for a specific industries and the compliance requirement. You can see in the architecture you have you can go with the single rack, you can go with the multiple rack. Okay, even you can expand like an data center. So, what is Google Distributed Cloud Technology Stack? So, Google Distributed Cloud offers a pre-configured hardware option, which are again a different industrial requirement that they are built for, and these configurations leverages the latest generations of GPUs and CPUs. So, the this stack utilize a Linux-based host operating system, similar to what powers Google own services. So this foundation support both virtual machines, containers, and providing deployment flexibility for the diverse workload. Google Distributed Cloud also leverage GKE Enterprise for comprehensive lifecycle management of the Kubernetes runtime, streamlining containers orchestrations. This will ensure that efficient deployment, scaling, and maintenance of your containerized application at the edge location. When to use distributed cloud connected? So this is one of the type of GDC. A connected deployment of GDC is specifically designed to address the scenario in which a conventional Google Cloud deployment might not be sufficient. Your application requires a very stable network connection between a client and server and cannot tolerate potential traffic disruption that is commonly occur when transferring the data over the internet. Your application requires the lowest network latency and are very sensitive to the latency spikes. So distributed cloud also support very high performance network technologies for even more advanced scenario that requires the network function operator. Data volume. So your application generates a large amount of data that could be a performance centric or cost centric to transfer to and from the Google Cloud. Data residency, maybe your local laws or regulations dictate that your data must remain on premises and must be stored either outside of your business or outside of a specific geographic region. So that's where we use distributed cloud connected. Now, when to use distributed cloud air gapped? So, Google Distributed Cloud air gapped is designed for the most restrictive environments. The main difference is that it allow you to host, control, and manage the entire infrastructure and services directly on your own premises and does not require any connectivity to Google. This type of deployment is used for the organization where a strict sovereignty, residency, or compliance requirements are mandated, where data absolutely cannot leave the premises. So it addresses the need for the data residency due to the local laws and provides local processing to maintain the network stability. And it also ensures the ultra low latency or manage large data of volumes that is costly or difficult to move to the cloud. So that aircraft will ensure that it will provide you all those capability at your edge locations. So that's the difference between the connected one and the air kept one. So I have so these are the common difference. GDC connected stay connected with the Google Cloud. It also process data locally. It has low latency and extract the valuable insight. GDC also deployed at your edge location, but the difference is it has no connectivity, no internet connectivity, or no direct connection with the public Google Cloud. And it is the priority of this air gap is the extreme security, right? It is used for the highly sensitive workload, for example, defense sector, or maybe some healthcare sector where you do not want to process the data onto the public cloud and you want to process this on the edge of the locations. So that's where GDC aircraft is the right hardware or right stack. And last is strict compliance standards. So if you have a strict compliance standards, then go for the GDC aircraft. Google Distributed Cloud Software is designed for the organization that want Google software stack running on their own existing hardware inside your own data center. So this solution extends Google Cloud into your data center by running the Google managed software, which is built on the GKE for on-premises. You have two deployment options to consider: bare metal and VMware. So bare metal, this option runs directly on the physical machine, which is ideal for achieving maximum performance and gaining the direct hardware access. VMware allow the software to run in your existing vSphere virtualization environment, which enables seamless integration that you can leverage your current infrastructure. GDC does not just bring cloud infrastructure on premises, it brings AI with it. So, out of the box, you get a pre trained APIs that are ready to use immediately. So, we have speech to text, OCR, translation, and then Vertex AI integrations. All these can be dropped straight into your AI workflows to automate the processes and improve the customer interactions. No data science teams are required. But if you need something more custom or GDC basically integrate with Vertex AI, and that means you can build, train, and deploy your own machine learning models right at the edge using the Google AI platforms. You don't need to send sensitive data to the public cloud. So simply put it, and GDC brings Google grade AI to wherever your data lives. Google Distributed Cloud Roadmap is designed around one goal, making it easy to build and run AI application wherever your data lives. It starts with the data. So we have managed Kafka and Dataproc that handles the heavy lifting of collecting and transforming the raw data into something that your AI models can actually use and consume it. And then comes the storage part, where whether you need a high performance relational database like AlloyDB, Omni, or a partner kind of a solution, or a cost effective object storage solution, GDC has got it covered for you. And at the top, where Vertex AI ties it all together with Model Garden and Gemma integrations. You can build, you can fine tune and deploy custom AI models, all on premises, all within your control. So, what makes this powerful is the modularity. So, these are not rigid solutions; they are building blocks. So, a developer can pick whatever they need and compose AI pipeline exactly to their business problems and the requirements. Security is a paramount with Google Distributed Cloud, which is why it's built around a zero trust model. This means we operate on the fundamental principle that no users, no device, or network is trusted by default, whether it's inside or outside the perimeter. So, to enforce this, GDC implements strict identity verifications for every access attempt, and it also enforces least privilege access to minimize the risk. It secures all the data with robust end-to-end encryptions, both in the rest and in the transit. So, it also uses the continuous monitoring to detect and address any potential threats immediately. Scalability and flexibility. New cost-effective single-node options for deployment that do not require high availability, which includes supports for NVIDIA L4 GPUs. Modular rack also allow you to customize compute, storage, and networking using the latest chip architecture and powerful H100 GPUs. So it's up to the customer, and depending on the business need, you can use the AI optimized server or optimize the multi servers, or even if you can expand the entire on premises, you can go for the highly modular multi rack expansions. Most on-premises environment have years, sometimes decades of investments in virtual machines across different vendors. So GDC does not ask you to abandon that. Instead, it gives you a path forward. You can start unlocking the benefits of containers and CI/CD for faster deployment, better scalability, and while your legacy VMs continue running alongside. And critically, you manage all of it from one unified platform. Modern workloads and legacy systems side by side without the operational complexity of juggling multiple tools. This message is simple. GDC lets you modernize at your own pace on your own terms. Google Distributed Cloud Compute Service (GDC) gives you a complete VM system, whether you are running small legacy workloads or heavy enterprise application. You can migrate existing VM in with a built inbuilt tools, or no manual rebuilding is needed. You can get enterprise feature out of the box. You can get advanced networking and GPU support for demanding workloads. And managing everything is very simple through the web console or CLI or APIs. So one platform, or everything is just one platform in just one place. GDC Sovereign AI now with the Gemini. This is the big headline from Google Next 2026 as well. Gemini, Google's most advanced AI model, is now available directly onto the GDC infrastructure. So for organization that could not touch public AI because of sovereignties or compliance rules, these changes everything, the customer can get it. You get Gemini's capability running entirely within your own four walls on in NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs with no data ever leaving your environment. It works on both connected and air-gapped deployment. So whether you have some cloud connectivity or none at all, Gemini comes to you. AI modernization stack with GDC. Traditionally, enterprise and government with strict data regulatory and sovereignty requirement were locked out of the latest AI capabilities. Their only choice was to build their own system, which is slow, complicated, and quite expensive things. Now with the GDC ends that struggle, you get a world class AI innovations in your on premises and edge without the toil. So GTC delivers a complete on premises AI solution, managed infrastructure optimized for AI workload, a choice for Gemini or open models for flexibility and efficient inference service that are very cost effective. These foundations allow you to build and run secure AI agent and application while you can maintain total control over your data. GDC AI Gateway and Agentic AI having a model on premises is only a half story. You also need the infrastructure to serve it efficiently, and that's where the new AI gateway comes in. It acts as a smart control plane for your models. Instead of hard code routing, it dynamically sends requests to the right model based on the cost, speed, and accuracy, and then it also balances GPU load in a real time and gives you a full observability for every inference call. On the top of that, GDC now supports a full sovereign agentic AI architecture. That means you can build AI agents that takes real action, coding, data analysis, process automation, all running within your secure boundary on Kubernetes. No data leaks, and there would be no compromises. This architecture is pretty much very straightforward. You build the agents using the agent builder platform. Those agents are deployed into your agent runtime inside the GDC, as you have seen in the Google Cloud platform, public platform. And but in GDC, these never leave. The agent gateway controls all the traffic, uh, while there is a built-in registry, identity management, security, posture. So every agent is tracked and governed. Agent can then use the model tools and APIs to do the real work, writing the code, analyzing the data, some automation or automating the workflow, all inside in your secure boundary. So for regulated industries or compliant uh, business, this is a game changer. You can get the full power of agentic AI without any sovereignty compromises. And I believe GDC is the best platform to serve Google and other models on-prem, connected and air-gapped, enabling all the customers to leverage the AI and agentic solution without compromising the sovereignty. We will also cover some of the use case here. Maybe the video is going to be very long. Maybe in another video, I will cover some of the real world use case with the GDC, how you can use it in the retail sector, how you can use in the automotive sector or manufacturing. So, where to use the connected GDC, or where to use the air gap, where you can use the Gemini enabled GDC. So, every business has their own use case, and for that we have a different deployment strategy. So, we will try to uncover those facts in our next video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching.